What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this, man. So, Cola and Polo, man, was on Spaces talking about the URL and RBE and how the money's being exchanged and how the events and the apps and the venue ticket sales and everything generating and take hands. And in this conversation, they were saying a lot of things, man, that I have to continue to just tell people about, because a lot of people just keep saying stuff, man, and y'all just not really getting it, man. And y'all, maybe people just talking so much that they just be wanting to hear each other, that they never take the time out to think about the things that they saying and consider the facts that's already out there that we can go on, that we know about. And it's crazy because as they having a conversation and they doing and talking and they going back and forth with each other and people just yes manning and okaying, they're not even paying attention to what's going on. So that's what I want to do. I want to take the time out to break down stuff, to educate y'all on something, to challenge y'all thinking. Because that's the problem. A lot of y'all don't like to think. Y'all just be saying stuff and run with anything. Think. Learn how to comprehend and reason. Because I see that that's very lacking in this community. A lot of people don't know how to comprehend. They don't know how to reason. And I'm talking about you could break it down to them so simple, man. They still don't get it. They still have no idea. They hard at hearing. Like really hard at hearing, and it just don't register at times. Well, that's what I want to do. I want to take the time out to actually challenge y'all thinking and to get you to understand something while listening to this conversation that they having. And I want to break it down as I go on some of the things that they were saying, man, on Spaces, you know. So check out this conversation right here they having. Now, watch this. Pay close attention.
How do you think they get the money to pay these battle rappers, bro? They get it from the fans, nigga. This shit don't grow on trees. Why you think Caffeine charging niggas now? They get that from the fans.
Bro, ain't no, listen, it's barely fan. That's why it was a lot of big ass bootleg scandal. Because the fans ain't really buying shit. It wouldn't be a lot of that. It wouldn't be a lot of watch parties. It wouldn't be a lot of this shit where niggas gotta feel like they gotta hide and shit now.
Okay, so according to him, that's why it's a lot of watch parties and fans ain't really buying nothing. I disagree. There's a lot of fans in battle rap that's buying these pay-per-view battles, especially when the leagues make it affordable. And even if the leagues don't make it affordable, you still have a lot of people making out on these monies, or they wouldn't be here so long. You think King of the Dot been here so long because they not making money off pay-per-views and ticket sales from venues? You think RBE ain't sitting here for all these years for nothing, not making no money, when ARP already let it be known on several occasions he make a lot of money off battle rap, especially when he was bombing on URL. He exposed a lot of their secrets. He said, look, let me tell you battle rappers something. Because he started exposing the secrets because he didn't care. Because he know URL was coveting the secrets and he didn't care about giving up the secrets. And if they wanted to play dirty, he said, you know what? Well, I'm going to tell them real CEO secrets of leagues. Y'all battle rappers, y'all don't need us league owners. This is what ARP said. Y'all battle rappers, y'all don't need us league owners. We try to make y'all believe y'all need us, but in reality, y'all don't need us. Y'all control the culture, and y'all are the energy and force behind the culture. We need y'all, not the other way around. We need y'all. Y'all don't need us. Y'all can go anywhere to get monies and things if y'all knew exactly what y'all was doing. He let that be known. He said, I make a lot of money off battle rap. This is ARP. If ARP make a lot of money off battle rap, how much you think the URL making? And why you think the URL try so hard to shut him down as a result of the money he's making? But he's making so much money, you can't shut me down because I ain't going nowhere because I know the money's good here. And I understand how the system work. And look at how he been so successful with less. He been so successful with less. He been so successful with less, having actually a roster that don't even compare to URL and still able to get a lot of money off of it. So what you think the URL doing? He don't even throw big venues. He throws small venues. This Bridge Ross thing event they finna have with Young Illum, that's in a Hitman Holler them, that's in a small room. That's in a small room. No. No, 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 no. Man, please. He's sacrificing over 100-something thousands, throwing it in a small room. When that's supposed to be a big major room. That don't supposed to be a small room. That's supposed to be a major room. You don't bring Bridge Rothstein back to a small room. You don't bring Hitman back to a small room. You don't bring Young Ill back to a small room when these three guys' whole career, they have been known for rocking stages, events, venues. You don't bring them back to a small room. You know what? That's another conversation. I'll do a blog on that later. But let's get to this. So according to Cola, he said the fans ain't buying it and think that's a lie. The URL is making the most money they ever made off a URL app. Since that app been announced, the URL in this year have made more money off that app than any year they have ever made. Why? Because they made it even and good for both Caffeine and them. The URL get the subscribers and part of the pay-per-view money along with venue money, and Caffeine also get a split from the pay-per-view sales. They made it cheaper and affordable, and the URL get the app. We know this for a fact. Hold on. We know this for a fact, right? Let me tell y'all how we know this for a fact. Watch out, move. Let me tell you how we know this for a fact, right? So if you pay attention to what took place, right? So you got the URL now. The app costs $8, right? So the app costs $8. And as a result of the app costing $8, right? You also have You also have the app costing $8, and you also got the pay-per-view costing $25, right? When they did the first pay-per-view on Caffeine, $25 if you got the app, $50 if you don't got the app. Now, you would be stupid to pay the $50, then you'll be stupid to pay that $50 for that pay-per-view when all you could have did was just got the app and got it for $25, saving yourself $18, okay? You would be stupid doing something like that. When you pay the little $8, and as a result of paying the $8, you get it for $25. But do you know some people actually paid the $50 without getting the app? Because some people just didn't care. But that's still stupid. But some people actually did just pay the $50 for the pay-per-view rather than just getting the app and getting it for $25. So you had a lot of people that just paid the $50. Now, they sales skyrocketed as a result of that. So while all these other leagues like Chrome 23 charging $60 a day pay-per-view, King of the Dot charging $40, $50 a day pay-per-view, RBE $40, $50 day pay-per-view, and the URL pay-per-view now is only $25. So they got the best roster out of everybody and giving you the pay-per-views at a low price, affordable for mostly everybody in battle rap to buy. So remember when they did that first event? When they did that first event, what happened in that event? In that event, it literally showed the count of everybody who was watching live on the pay-per-view stream. I want y'all to pay close attention to what I'm about to tell you. Everybody who was paying live on that pay-per-view stream, on that stream, they were you had to pay $25 to unlock that screen. You had to pay $25 in order to unlock that screen to watch the pay-per-view. It showed the count of everybody who was watching, and the count was 1.2 million. Now notice, every time something come out and show that they made millions as a result of them not expecting to make millions, they always try to clean it up and say, nah, those numbers really didn't mean that. It means something else. What they were doing was calculating people who were coming in and out, in and out, in and out, even though that wouldn't help you neither using that type of excuse, because they don't have bad streams. They don't have bad streams. And when people were doing their pay-per-view, when you buy your pay-per-view, you ain't coming in and out of the pay-per-view streams. You leave that thing on while it's going. Ain't nobody coming in and out of no pay-per-view streams. And Caffeine throw a damn good hell of a stream. It don't give no problems. But let's give them the benefit of the doubt. And let's say that 1.2 million was every time a person come in and out, which is highly not so. But let's just give them the benefit of the doubt. I still want you to pay attention to the numbers, though. At the least $25 a person. 1.2 million is being shown to unlock that screen and pay that $25. Which means they made $30 million. If we going by what that count said, they made $30 million off that one event. But remember, some would say, no, those numbers, the numbers wasn't a lie, but however, what the numbers show, that 1.2 million was just people coming in and out as the event was going throughout the day, right? 1.2 million in and outs. That really goes to show you there was a lot of damn people watching it then. If 1.2 million in and outs was taking place throughout the event. 1.2 million? Okay, so let's cut the numbers in half. So let's say that 30 million wasn't really made off the 1.2 million. So let's just cut the numbers in half. So we're going to give them a benefit of the doubt. We're going to cut the numbers in half. Now you stuck with what? 1.2 million now becomes 600,000. Well, now you're looking at 15 million. So they made 15 million that event. Okay, let's cut the numbers in half again. So instead of 600,000 now it's going to be 300,000. Now as a result of the 300,000, you cut the 15 in half, what you left with? 7,500,000. So now they made 7,500,000. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt again. Let's cut that number in half. Let's cut the 300,000 in half, and now what we left with? If we cut the 300,000 in half, we left with 150,000 of the 300,000. So how much is that? 3.7 million. Now we're looking at, they made 3.7 million that day. Okay, so let's cut that number in half and say that wasn't so. Let's cut that in half and say that 150,000 now turned to 70,000. How much they made now? How much is 70,000 times 25? At the least. Remember, this at the least. Now you're looking at 1.7 million. You see that? Let's just say you cut that number in half. The 70,000, now you cut that in half to 3.5, right? To 35,000. Instead of 70,000, now we have 35,000. What if you cut that in half and $25 a pop? Now you're looking at over 800,000, close to a million. You see that? Either way it go, you're basically looking at 1 million plus, even at the lowest. And we know most likely all them numbers ain't cut in half like that. So they either made 30 million off the 1.2, 15 million off the 600,000, 7.5 million off the 300,000, 3.7 million off the 15,000, 1.7 million off the 70,000, or 800,000 off the 35,000. Either way it goes. Either way it goes. At the least, they clocked 1 million for the most part. See what I'm saying? Like, brother, man, challenge yourself. Think. Stop just doing all that talking. Think. Think. And not include, look, and that's not including all those people had to buy the app. All those people had to buy the app. That was watching. They had the app. So do the app got 1.2 million? Do the app got 1.2 million subscribers? Do the app got 600,000 subscribers? Do the app got 300,000 subscribers? Do the app got 150,000 subscribers? And I'm just cutting the numbers in half. Doing way more than, you see how that works? Either way it goes, guess what? That's what you find out. They clocking big time. And it's obvious they clocking big time. Let me show you something else. Watch this.
If that was the case.
The reason why caffeine started charging and not giving shit away for free, nigga. They need that money. The fans is giving them that money.
What? Yeah, of course his fans getting them some money, but we talking about the...
So you can't say the fans not putting into this shit when they paying for the prize.
Putting into what it is to book a battle that they want? If that's the case, then we go first.
Bro,
Yeah, well.
URL get all these leagues get their money from the fans. The fans is the ones that can pay the battle rap.
I know one thing. I know one thing. I ain't never seen a company come out and say, "Hey, fans, smack URL, because y'all give me the rest of the money we need to book a bird."
Actually, Smack did go fund me in the past and told people to pay for battles and shit. Cortez, the Cortez battle back in the day, that was the first battle they started charging people for URL on. They did do that before. What you talking about?
One time, and that shit must have didn't work because it was a one-time action.
I mean, they got an app that they charge people monthly. They got an app that they charge people monthly to see battles.
And niggas act like they...
How do you think these niggas getting money from that app? Who's paying that app? The fans.
And I can't tell because everybody act like they don't fucking got the app in this culture. Everything act like...
Bro, obviously they do if that shit's still up and running.
Yeah, of course.
And they ain't come back to YouTube yet, so you know they getting the bread off that app.
If I can get 1,000 motherfuckers pay that $8 a month, 8,000 a month is good from anywhere. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, right. Now, pay attention. Cola said people acting like they ain't got the app, but we know that that's a lie. We know that they got the app. The numbers show 1.2 million was watching that had to have the app. That's what I'm saying. And however you play with the numbers, it still show that they booming on the app. You can play with that 1.2 million all you want to play with it. Guess what it's still gonna show you? That they booming on the app. And true enough, they haven't returned back to YouTube. Well, how much was YouTube paying the URL? YouTube was paying the URL before they went to the app $400,000 a year off the app. $400,000 a year off the app. Well, why haven't they returned back to YouTube? Because it's obvious they making more than what YouTube was paying them off the app, that they ain't going back to YouTube to get the 400,000. That's obvious. And it makes a lot of sense when you look at it business-wise. It makes a lot of sense when you look at it business-wise. And we seeing the numbers right before our very eyes. So that's definitely obvious. And it's definitely the truth. Why should they return back to YouTube? What is 400,000 a year off $1 million a month? You sound crazy. I would never do that. At the least, they looking at $1 million a month. At the least, they looking at that. And every time a battle drop, that's why they want to do major cards. Because every time these pay-per-views drop, and they're at affordable price, so they pay-per-view sales is at an all-time high, and the app is at an all-time high. The pay-per-views is at an all-time high because it's cheap. It's the cheapest pay-per-view to get in battle rap, $25. It's the cheapest pay-per-view to get in battle rap with the best roster. So they giving you the best roster, the best lineup on paper, and only charging $25. So the app is at an all-time high. The pay-per-view is at an all-time high. So they clowning financially wise. Make no mistake about it. None. You're not returning to YouTube for what? They can't afford to come to YouTube because for the most part they can't really capitalize off YouTube because battle rap full of nothing but violence and cussing, and they penalize platforms for cussing and profanity. So they can't get paper the way that they want to, and they can't put all them commercials through the rap because it's gonna mess up the battles. So of course they got to start their own thing where you can get the full content and they can cut out the middleman. Facts. With that being said, it's your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment, that's a question, it's yours. Subscribe to Battle Truth.